The client will say, what? It's a blog post. You can write in an hour and be done with it, right? You can, but a lot of times you're going to need to spend that extra time. So it's not just a blog post, it's a blog post that meets those goals, that touches those people, that have folks think, oh my goodness, this is information I've never thought of before, or I've read it, but it's never hit me this way before.
Coming up with ideas. How do you get started?
Yeah, that's a great question. And when I'm working with clients, then I talk about the information dump. You throw everything at me you possibly can and let me think about it. And you can crowdsource and you can get ideas that way. But where I think that really helps writers, and it's something to build into the process, is that if you are working for a client or you're working in-house, it's very easy to get in the mode of constantly creating and churning out content, and you're not really thinking about it, you're just writing. Old school journalists are really used to this. They're on deadline, they write, they kick out stuff. But where I think those really spectacular articles come from, and you know, headlines like 4:12 a.m., comes from when you're able to sit back and let that information percolate and really get a sense for how to pull those elements together. Like Eric and I have talked on stage about what he calls standout content, I call commanding content. You know, you can go and look at a search for how to get a mortgage, and there are 5 billion results have to do with how to get a mortgage. They all say the same thing, but then there's that one article, and that one article is the one that is bringing that information together in a different way. It's connecting with the audience in a different way. And a lot of times that comes from just having the time space to think about the topic, to think about the reader and approach it in a way that is unique and a unique voice, different from what other people are doing and what other people are saying. And if you build that into your process where you have that percolation time, you're going to write better stuff. And this is the thing that I always, when I'm working with freelance writers, I like to teach them. And sometimes it's a client education process too, because a client will say, what? It's a blog post. You can write in an hour and be done with it, right? You can, but a lot of times you're going to need to spend that extra time. So it's not just a blog post, it's a blog post that meets those goals, that touches those people, that have folks think, oh my goodness, this is information I've never thought of before, or I've read it, but it's never hit me this way before. And if you can do that, that's the win. So it's not just about gathering the information, but about sewing it together, bringing it together in a way that people will respond to differently and positively.
I'll go out for a walk for an hour and won't think about a damn thing, and then I'll come back and boom, there's an idea.
There's a reason that most of the brilliant ideas out there have been caused by when you're thinking about something else. You're driving, you're walking, you're at a movie, you're trying to sleep, and you wake up at 4:12, and there's the idea. There's a reason for that. Our brains need that time.